Tim Harper asked the other day for us to share some covers, some of our favorite RPG covers, either from boxes or from books. And I've been thinking about it since he asked, and I don't know, it's been a real challenge. And initially the idea was to do five, but then his grew to 10. I don't know how many we'll get to, but let's give it a try. I'm not going to do these in any order. Don't take it like the one I show you first is the least interesting and the one that I save for last is the most. That simply won't be the case. It's a matter of convenience where I'm standing in the room. All right. So, first edition Shadowrun and second edition Shadowrun shared the same cover. I'll show you first editions because this book I got secondhand and I never would have allowed it to get in this condition. So, I'll show you the first edition cover. Here we go. I don't know. There's just something about this moment captured in time, that encapsulates a lot of Shadowrun for me, and it's one of my favorite covers, funny as it is. Next on the shelf is the cover for Broken Rooms, a pretty fantastic game by Gray Malkin Designs. The people who brought us Desolation for Ubiquity. Broken Rooms uses its own system, the Momentum system. And, yeah, the cover captures a lot of the mood of the game, but only hints at the depths to which you can go. The shelf then brings us to Qin, the Warring States, and I think this is a very, very spectacular cover. Pretty amazing. Returning to a blend of photograph and other stuff, Unhallowed Metropolis has a pretty cool and very evocative cover, which just makes you want to go out and kill the undead in the fog. While we're on the topic of going out and killing, that brings us to the revised edition of Slay Industries. The original cover was also cool, but there's just something about seeing Halloween Jack here that gets you the point of the game really quickly. There are a lot of covers for Stormbringer, and many of them are cool. And even though I find them cool, there are a lot of them I don't like. And I don't like them because they don't capture the actual physical description that we get over and over again in the books. We know what Elric looks like, and I'm often confounded why the artist hired to draw him won't. But these two come close, and they're also just very, very cool. This is on the left, 4th edition, Stormbringer, which was also the cover for the DAW edition, paperback edition of this book, Stormbringer. And this is 5th edition, a very, very moody Elric looking off, perhaps toward the shores of his homeland. Rough Magics for Trail of Cthulhu has a pretty fantastic cover. It pretty much says, in 1,000 words, why you shouldn't mess with magic in the mythos. I've always felt that the cover of a role-playing game was extremely important. If nothing else, it should let you know in no uncertain terms what the game is about. 100% success with this cover. The same goes for White Wolf's Adventure. Fun game, great cover. I've shown the cover of Hollow Earth Expedition itself many times, so I'll use this lesser-known and very cool cover for the collection of adventures, Perils of the Surface World. I just keep looking at this often. I take it down off the shelf just to look at it. It's inspiring. And the cover that, for me, launched 1,000 Ubiquity games or more, well, all for one, Regime Diabolique. This is what I want to be doing when I'm role-playing. The last one I'll share is the cover for the re-release of Godlike. This was kickstarted in softcover, and, well, this cover, amazing. Now, all the covers I've shown in this video so far, well, they have images. They are pictorial representations of the game within in most cases. But given my choice, I prefer covers like you find on Space 1889. A book like any other, just with its title, maybe a leather finish, something like that. And you'll find that I keep games like that out of harm's way. Traveler's another good example, but while a spectacular cover can be nice, an understated cover like for World War Cthulhu London or World War Cthulhu itself can be just as effective, if not more effective, and maybe of, I don't know, longer term appreciation. Things like Burning Wheel, when we come to them, we can see them not just as games, as temporary entertainment, but we can see them as books that we can read and return to over long periods of time. So my second edition of RuneQuest falls into that category also. The hardcover release of one of my favorite Call of Cthulhu campaigns, likewise. There's something about this simple look that I like. When the dust jackets come off and the book beneath is exposed, I think that's really my favorite sort of cover. Anyway, thanks for the distraction, Tim. This has been an interesting exercise in going through the shelf and looking at older games and looking at their covers for the first time in a long time. I haven't had these books down in a while to look at their covers, or haven't gone through many of these White Wolf supplements either. Lots of cool stuff, all in different art styles, all in different types. But the ones I've shown you are the ones that speak to me the most. I look forward to seeing what other people have done for their covers video